O-Level Biology 5090, Chapter 14, Coordination and Control, Part 2, Mammalian Sense Organs, Mammalian Hormones. First of all, we will discuss the five sense organs of our body, our eye, with the help of which we see the things, we touch with our fingers, we smell with our nose, we taste with our tongue, and we hear with our ear. So these are the five sense organs. All these sense organs perform the different functions as vision, touch, smell, taste, and hearing. And with the help of eye, uh, the sense is of vision. The process of perceiving the objects through our eyes and touch is thought to be the first sense that human develops. And third one, smell. Our nose containing the nostrils used for breathing and smelling. And taste. Taste refers to the thought of flavor felt in the mouth and throat in touch with any substance. You know, the taste, different types of taste buds are present on our tongue, with the help of which we can distinguish between different tastes. Hearing, the same sense of sound perception is hearing. So in this way, we have five different types of sense organs in the body which perform their specific functions. First of all, we will discuss about the sense of vision, which is eye, and the external parts of our eye are the upper eyelid, lower eyelid, and sclera. The white part of the eye is called as sclera, and truncal or tear glands, tear duct is present over here. And then you can see the central black portion, which is called as pupil, and around the pupil you can see the iris. So upper and lower eyelids are for the protection, that there should not be entry of any dust particles into the eye. Now if we see the internal structure of the eye, we can see the different parts. As for example, we will start from the this is the outermost bulging part of the eye, which is called as cornea. And majorly we can divide the eye into two parts. That is, the larger one, which is on the back side of the lens, is called as vitreous humor, and on front of the eye is aqueous chamber, which is filled with gel like liquid. And this it has many nutrients inside, so it also keep hydrating the eyes. And rectus muscles are there. Rectus muscles are those muscles which fix the eye into the orbit on the skull. The outermost layer, you can see this is sclera, and next to sclera, the is choroid, and next to choroid is retina, which act as a screen on which the images are formed. And a little depression is present on retina, which is called as fovea, and optic nerve is there, which takes the messages from one part of the, you can say, from the eye towards the brain. And blind spot, there is no image formation. Lens is folded with the sensory ligaments and ciliary body. Eyelashes covers the eye, and pupil is the window through which the rays of light enters into the eye. So these are the different parts of the internal eye. Now we will discuss the functions of these parts. First of all, the sclera, or the white portion of the eye, is the tough outer layer of the eye which covers and protect eye wall. Anchorite prevents internal reflection of light and nourish retina. And retina is the screen in which rods and cones are present. Rods and cones. Cones distinguish between different colors. We can see the colors with the help of these cones, and rods helps us to see in the dark. So these are the receptor cells which perform different functions. Rods which helps us to see in the dark, and the cones are able to show us the different colors. And a ring of muscle controlling the shape and curvature of the lenses are called as ciliary body. Iris controls the pupil size, thus controls entry of light into the eye. Pupil, a hole, is the iris or window. It is also called as window, is that lets light into the back of the eye. Lens, accommodation and focusing of light onto the retina. It helps in the image formation. And cornea bends incoming light, focusing it on the retina. So retina, this acts as a screen, so images are formed over it. Fovea, a tiny area densely packed cones for detailed and colored vision. So the specific place where the image is formed. And blind spot, exit point of the optic nerve cutting through the retina, so no rods or cones are present. No rods and or receptor cells are present. So that is the reason no image formation takes place at blind spot. Optic nerve carries the impulses from the rods and cones to the visual center of the brain. So it takes the messages towards the brain. There are some specific types of muscles present in the eye which control the entry of light into the eye. First of all, the pupil of the eye controls the amount of light that controls the eye. The size of the eye is controlled by two sets of involuntary muscles in the iris. They are radial muscles and the circular muscle. So these are the two types of muscles which are responsible to control the entry of light into the eye. So they rhythmically contract and relax. If one set of muscles contract at the same time, the other muscles relax. So in this way, the size of the pupil is changed, and then a possibility of light entry will take place, or the light will not enter into the eye. So these can be the two options in this case. So first of all, if there is bright light, so bright light can damage the retina. So at that time, what happens? The circular muscles. So the circular muscles, which are in the form of circle, they are called as circular muscles. Circular muscles, and these are the related to radius. They are radial muscles. So when there is bright light, circular muscles will contract, so the radial muscles will relax, so they will act against of each other. So one set of muscles is contracting, the other set of muscles is relaxing. So what will happen at the result of their contraction and relaxation? The pupil constrict or become smaller. So if the pupil is smaller, it means less light will enter into the eye, because in this way our eye is protected from the damage from bright light. So if there is dim light or less light, you can say the circular muscles will relax and radial muscles will contract. So when the radial muscles will contract, they will bring back the circular muscles which are relaxing, and the size of the pupil will be enlarged or it will dilate. So it will happens that more light will enter into the eye. Next topic is accommodation, which is brought about by the lens of the eye. So accommodation is the adjustment of the optics of the eye to keep an object in focus on the retina as it distance from the eye. So accommodation is actually brought about to keep adjustment of the optics of the eye to keep an object in focus on the retina as it distance from the eye. So all this takes place by the lens. So first of all, the formation of image, if the object is far away from the eye or at a distant place. So rays of light are entering from, they are entering into the eye, and then at that time, and the image will be formed onto the retina. So what will happen at that time? The ciliary muscles will relaxed, and the suspensory ligaments will become taut, and lens pulled less convex by this. It will be pulled and its shape will be less convex. But if the object is near, so opposite of all these actions will take place. That is, the lens will become thick and smaller in size. It will become thick and smaller in size, and the ciliary muscles will contract and suspensory ligament will not stretch. They will slacken. So in this way, the ciliary muscles, suspensory ligaments, they perform their actions in both cases, and the shape of the lens will change. If we want to see the far off places, the objects which are very far from us, then our lens will become very thin and less convex. But if we want to see the objects which are very close to our eye, then at that time our lens will become very thick and round in shape, more convex, you can say simply. Next topic is hormones. Hormones are the chemical messengers that are secreted directly into the blood. So they are produced by different glands. They are endocrine glands or exocrine glands. So they pour their secretions into the blood, or sometimes these secretions are transported by different ducts. So which carries them to the organs and tissues of the body to exert their functions. There are many types of hormones that act on different aspects of bodily functions and process. So these hormones reach to their target organs to perform accordingly. So different endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are called as the ductless glands. They are without ducts. So they pour their secretions directly into the blood. So their secretion directly goes into the blood, and they are circulated towards the target sites. So first of all, the different types of hormones which are secreted by the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland secretes the hormones which are called as growth hormones. Hypothalamus is also secreted. You can say hypothalamus secretes the ADH. ADH, which controls the uh, urine. Antidiuretic hormones, where they are secreted when our body is dehydrating. At that time, antidiuretic hormones are secreted, which so due to them, most of the water is absorbed. So urine will be very thick and less urine will be produced. Hypothalamus is also called as the thrust center. Then thyroid glands, which are present in our neck. The thymus glands are present in the chest. Thyroid glands, which are present in the neck, they secrete the thyroxine. The next, pancreas, which secretes the pancreatic juice, thyroxine, and pancreatic juice. And pancreatic juice has enzyme, three enzymes, and carbohydrates, and pepsin, and lipase. So, three different types of hormones for carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are secreted. And beside this, pancreatic juice contain HCl to kill the microorganisms or to uh, control the pH of the stomach. Adrenal glands are present at the anterior side of the kidneys. So these adrenal glands secretes the adrenaline. Testes, which are the male uh, organs, male reproductive organs. So they are testes secretes the testosterone, and female ovaries secretes the estrogen and progesterone. So these are the different endocrine hormones which are secreted from the body for to perform different functions. We will go little detail about adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are small glands located on the top of each kidney. They are very important glands, secretes adrenaline, and the key actions of adrenaline include increasing the heart rate in special cases, increasing blood pressure, expanding the air passages of the lungs, enlarging the pupil in the eye, redistributing blood to the muscles, and altering the body metabolism so as to maximize blood glucose level. So these are the, you can say, the changes which takes place when adrenaline is secreted into the blood. First of all, we will see their location in the next slide, and you can see the kidney. On the anterior side of the kidney, you can see this triangle shape hormone, uh, adrenal gland which secretes the adrenaline hormone, and you can see the cortex, the blood vessels, and medulla. So this is the, you can say, the, if we cut its transverse section, we can have these parts in the adrenal glands. In the next, one of the most well-known responses, the fight or flight response. Fight or flight, very important, is triggered by the release of stress hormone from the adrenal glands. Stress hormones at the time of angerness. They are secreted at the time of angerness, which is called as stress hormones, which change the whole metabolism of the body. So the adrenal glands produce a variety of hormones. These hormones are very crucial for the normal functioning of the body. For instance, the glands secrete cortisol, which has anti-inflammatory properties and aid the immune system. So adrenal gland also helps to regulate metabolism and blood pressure through various other hormones. So when adrenaline is secreted or the adrenal gland secretes any hormone, so body pressure is increased, blood glucose level also increase, heartbeat becomes very fast. So it responds differently. The comparison between nervous and hormonal control. The nervous control, it is consist of nerve impulses between peripheral nervous system and central nervous system. So nerve impulses are produced in nervous system, but in hormonal control, the endocrine or the ductless glands, which directly pour their secretions into the blood. There is no need of duct in that case. Here responses time is very short. Response time is very short, but response time is very long in hormonal control, and the nerve impulses are not specific in their action. But in case of hormones, they are specific actions. So the different hormones are responsible to control different actions of the body. The flow of information is rapid, very rapid. The flow of information is very slow. So very slowly, the hormones affect the body. So in this way, it was all about the mammalian sense organs and hormonal control. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, subscribe my channel. Thank you.